Good evening, everyone. We'll give it a couple of minutes to allow more people to come online before starting this evening's webinar. We'll just give it a couple more minutes because people are joining. I think this is a relevant and important issue for everyone concerned. So if you allow us, we'll just give it a few more minutes for people to join. Okay, I think we'll make a start. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our latest webinar. My name is James Barn. I'm the Managing Director of Bridge Clinic London. I think tonight's topic is very relevant as we'll be discussing the options and solutions open to you to make fertility treatment more affordable. And I think it's particularly important currently as we're living through a challenging cost of living crisis. Our aim at Bridge Clinic London is to make IVF as affordable and accessible as we can. And to that aim, we've partnered with Access Fertility to assist us on our journey with that. Tonight, I'm delighted to say that we're joined by Olivia from Access Fertility this evening, and she'll be taking us through the various options that are available to you. But before I hand over to Olivia, just a couple of points of housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded. And our aim is to put this on the website afterwards. So if you missed anything, please refer to it then. And please, you've got the ability through the Q&A function in this webinar to ask some questions. Please do so. And then at the end of Olivia's presentation, we can respond and answer those questions. So without further ado, I will hand you over to Olivia from Access.
Hi, everyone. Thanks very much for taking the time to join this evening. It's great to have you here and to talk to you a little bit more about what my company Access Fertility do. So thanks for the introduction, James. He's covered up a little bit. But what Access Fertility do is offer fixed price treatment programs that offer a refund if you're not successful. And then we also offer various finance options, including 0% buy now, pay later finance for our programs. So first of all, I'll just talk to you a little bit about the programs that we offer. So how can we basically help you reduce the financial risk of your IVF treatments using our treatment programs? So first of all, what we call our refund program. So basically what this program offers is a fixed discounted program fee that you'd pay upfront that covers the overall cost of your IVF, helps you save on the overall cost of your IVF treatment. In terms of what this program includes, it would include up to 3 fresh IVF or ICSI cycles. So that would be up to 3 egg collections. That would also cover unlimited transfers. So effectively as many embryos as you create from a treatment cycle, so from an egg collection, you would be able to transfer those embryos back, and the cost of those would be covered under the program up until the point that you'd had a baby. If you do reach the end of the treatment program and unfortunately you're not successful, that's when you'd be entitled to the refund. So we offer different refund percentages, basically 50% refund, 70% refund and 100% refund. And the amount you get back is fixed depending on the treatment program that you would take out initially. So this program is available for patients under the age of 40 using their own eggs. And just to make you aware, it is subject to medical review. However, we do have an acceptance rate of around 90%. The application process for that is very quick and easy. You just contact our team to start that process when you've been into Bridge Clinic and had your initial consultation. The other program that we offer is called our multi-cycle program. Again, you're fixing your treatment fees because you're paying for a discounted package of treatment up front. So this will hopefully help you save on the overall cost of your IVF treatment. In terms of what this includes, it would include up to 2 fresh cycles, so up to 2 egg collections, unlimited frozen embryo transfers. So again, transfer as many embryos as you create under the program up until the point that hopefully you have a baby. There's no refund element with this program, but it does just offer a discounted option for those 2 cycles and unlimited frozen transfers, which are all covered within the program fee. In terms of the age bracket for this program, it is for patients under the age of 45 using their own eggs. And because there's no refund element with this program, it's just a discounted option. There's also no medical review. So what this means is, provided the clinic have recommended IVF or ICSI treatment as the best option for you, you can take out this program. And again, the application is quick and easy to do. It's just a case of calling our team to register and start the application process. Okay, so we've talked about the Access Fertility programs, so the refund package and the multi-cycle package. Now, you're probably wondering how you'd pay for that fixed treatment package for the 2 or the 3 cycles. Now, I've only got 2 options on here, but there is actually 3 options to pay. So one is you pay for the discounted package up front. And then the other is you can spread the cost of that program into monthly installments. So either with our buy now, pay later, which offers 0% interest on payment plans of over a 12-month period. And that actually allows you to loan up to £12,000 over that 12 months. The other option is our personal loans. So these offer flexible terms and interest rates from a panel of UK lenders. So effectively, this would allow you to loan money towards a programme over a longer time period. So if you wanted to spread the costs of those payments more than a year, so let's say 2-3 years, then that would be the best option for you. So just means you've got those 3 options: pay up front, the buy now, pay later 0%, and then the personal loans. So we've tried to include as many options as possible so you can pick the best solution to suit your needs. Okay, so just to summarise the key benefits that you might see using the Access Fertility treatment programmes and the Access Fertility finance options. So first of all, the programs allow you to fix your treatment fees. Because you're paying for that package up front, you're not paying basically the clinic per treatment cycle, you're fixing that cost of treatment. It's a fixed amount. So when you then do a cycle, if unfortunately it is unsuccessful, you know that you've got another cycle there to use. You've got a backup effectively. You don't have to worry about how you're going to fund the next treatment cycle. This hopefully helps you save on the overall cost of your treatment. Because you're paying for a package, it's effectively discounted over that package. So effectively, the more treatment you use, the more you'd save on the treatment programs. You would receive up to 100% refunds if you're on the refund program. So if unfortunately you do use all of the treatment cycles and you haven't had a baby by the end of that treatment program, you would receive up to 100% refund depending on which treatment program you decided to take out. Ultimately, a benefit is it enhances choice. So it's really up to you how you pay for your treatment, but it just means that if you do want to spread the costs of paying for your treatment over a number of months, you can do that. Or alternatively, at least you've got the backup of the refunds if you're not successful. And then finally, the finance options. So spread the cost of your IVF treatment over months instead of having to pay for a lump sum upfront. Okay, so I've gone through the treatment programs and the finance options. We want to allow time now for any questions that anyone would have. So please feel free to jump in with those now.
There's one question, Olivia.
Yes.
Coming through about how would a patient arrange the finance? Do they contact the clinic first? Do they contact you first? What's the what's the normal arrangement of organising, the funding through yourselves?
Yeah, very good question. So I'd first of all advise giving our friendly team a call, and they can talk through all of the ins and outs. Basically, to complete the finance application, you do need to be registered with the clinic, but of course you can speak to us first and get all of the information you need before you actually book into the clinic and have your consultation. Once you've had that consultation, you've had your screening tests, and effectively you know that the right path for you is IVF treatment. So the consultant said, yeah, the best path for treatment is for you to go for IVF. Then you would contact us, we would take your details down, register you on our system. All of our forms are done online, so it's quick and easy to do. And then the finance application, we just allow up to 2 weeks for that. It doesn't normally take that long, but just to make sure that you've got enough time before your next cycle and when you're booking in for your treatment program. So yeah, just give us a call, we'll take your details and start the application process.
Good. Okay, we've got one question is, what's the success rate of the finance? So I don't quite understand. So sorry, well.
That's right. Is that the success rate of the finance application, or?
There's no detail, but actually, if you've got that information, probably be useful to know. If people are applying, how many people do get through your process.
Yeah, so it's the same as any finance application. I don't have the exact figures, unfortunately, of the finance application, but as I said, for the medical review, it's a 90% acceptance rate with the finance. That would vary depending on financial history.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I think there's a further addition. I think the question is surrounding if your credit rating isn't as optimal as it should be.
Yeah, so credit scores, of course, would be taken into consideration. I can't discuss exact parameters on this, unfortunately. However, I would always advise to apply. There's no harm in applying. There's no harm giving us a call, speaking to our team and just getting a bit more information. And you can always do that application. And if not able to do the buy now, pay later, it may be that the personal loans option might be best for you in that situation.
Okay, thank you for that. There's a few questions coming in now, so sorry, keep you busy.
That's all right.
So someone's asking about the IUI. Do you cover IUI for the multi-cycle program?
We don't cover IUI, unfortunately, but very good question. We do only cover IVF and ICSI treatment.
Okay. Does the medical review for the 45s option include any BMI restrictions?
So for the multi-cycle program, which is for patients under the age of 45, there's no medical review. So provided the clinic are happy to treat you, then you would be eligible for that program. Access Fertility does not look at BMI.
Okay. The question about, do you need to contact Bridge Clinic for the full cost before calling you? No, I think, if a patient calls us and they want to exercise or want access to funding, then we would direct them to you and you would go through the options with the patient. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we provide leaflets to the clinic in terms of our pricing, so you can either access them directly through the clinic, so PDF, or in clinic as well, or you can contact Access Fertility directly, and we have specific pricing for Bridge Clinic. So our team can go through all of the details, the inclusions, and the pricing specifically for Bridge Clinic.
A question here about the medical review.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on what the medical review involves for the refund program? Is there a set criteria that you have to meet in order to join the refund program, e.g. AMH or FSH levels?
Question. So we don't ask for any additional testing. So to do the medical review, you just need to have gone into the clinic, had your initial consultation, and had those pre-screening tests done. So we just ask for the standard fertility tests. So for example, AMH, androgen follicle count. We'd ask for a semen analysis if you're going through treatment with a male partner. And we'd also ask if you've had any previous IVF treatment before, but it won't be anything additional. It would just be your standard medical or fertility medical history.
Okay, next one. My wife is 45 this year in August. Would that option, I think, be okay? I think it's an option about the age limit, obviously hitting 45 in August.
Yeah, so provided that your wife is 44 on the day that you make payment for the program, you can still go ahead. So it's basically the age you are on the day that you pay and enroll. So provided you go ahead and start your process now, so you'd need to register with the Bridge Clinic. You then need to give our team a call, and basically we'd register you through our system. You'd sign some online forms through our portal, and then provided you make the payment or you've done the finance application before August and you're all registered and ready to go, you then actually don't need to start treatment straight away. You could sign up for the program, and then if you wanted to start a month later, that's absolutely up to you. But if you just wanted to lock in to make sure you got on the program before your wife turned 45, I would recommend doing that.
There's another one about what's the age limit for IVF. That's probably the upper age limit.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, for our programs specifically, the upper age limit is 44 and under for patients using their own eggs. For IVF in general, it does vary, but I'd say over the age of 44, you'd probably be looking at using donor eggs. But I would highly recommend actually speaking to a consultant, because they'll be able to actually go through your results, and it's obviously personalised depending on each person and your ovarian reserve.
Next one, can someone who is below 45 go for the multi-cycle?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's for any patient under the age of 45. So if you're 44 and under, you can access the multi-cycle program. And as we've mentioned, there's no medical review. So provided you're recommended IVF or ICSI treatment by your clinic, so by the Bridge Clinic, then you can access that program, no problem.
What's the situation for a woman over 45 who wants to use her own frozen eggs that were frozen age 39?
So I'll refer that back to you, James, if that's okay, because that would be out of the parameters of our programs, unfortunately.
So potentially, yeah, you're right. So yeah, you don't cover that, Olivia. So I think if you speak to us at the clinic, and then we can let you know the ins and outs of that treatment pathway. Can you request multiple packages under these programs?
Yeah, so you can apply to do our programs a number of times. The only thing I'd say with the refund program, if for example you've done 3 cycles, a number of frozen embryo transfers, and unfortunately you're not successful, you may not be eligible for that program any longer, but of course you could still go for the multi-cycle program. And then with the multi-cycle program, you can do that program as many times as you like. Hopefully you wouldn't need to, but yeah, you can if that's required. That's not a problem.
Question here then, what's the approximate cost?
Oh, I'm really sorry, it just cut off then.
Yeah. I can't remember what your option 2 was, Olivia.
So the multi-cycle program. So for that, I'd say the best thing to do would be to either contact Access Fertility. So actually, sorry, I've just unshared, I'll just reshare. So if you drop us an email on this email address, so support@accessfertility.co.uk. If you quote the Bridge Clinic and say that you'd like the pricing for Bridge Clinic, then we can send you across some more information and a pricing leaflet. The reason I'm not just sharing the pricing now is because the pricing does vary by age group and by multi-cycle program. So it'd be quite a few to sort of go through. Yeah, so if you just drop us an email, and then our team can send that across to you. And then we can send across the inclusions, everything as well.
Can a woman who's 35 go for the multi-cycle due to BMI issues?
Yeah, so with the multi-cycle, there's no medical review, so we wouldn't look at BMI. So provided the clinic are happy to treat you, then that's not a problem to go onto the multi-cycle program.
And someone's picked up our leaflet from the clinic, and the last category of age stated there is 38 to 44, but I think you mentioned 45. Please, can you clarify that? I think as long as they're not 45, yeah?
Correct, yeah. So it's under the age of 45, so 44 and under. Yeah.
I don't think this is an issue surrounding fine. Can a 39-year-old have 2 embryos implanted?
So the number of embryos that would be transferred per treatment cycle, that would be up to you to discuss with your consultant and the embryologist at the clinic. So that would be based on basically your profile, and they'd be able to advise what was suitable. But yeah, if they were happy to do that, then that would be fine, but it would just be something you'd need to discuss directly with them before having those transfers.
Okay, just going through to make sure that we've covered everything. I think there's one here. What if you have male fertile issues and need to have sperm extracted by biopsy? So I don't think that's part of financing, but it's something that we can do in the clinic. So I suggest that you contact the clinic and we can then talk you through the options of that.
Yeah, and in terms of our medical review, if that was the case, we would just need the semen analysis fed through to our medical team, and then they would review that as part of the application, and then we could let you know if that program would be an option to you. And then if not, of course, the multi-cycle would definitely still be an option.
Then the last one here, how many embryos are transferred?
So I think we kind of covered this just now, but that would be something that you discuss directly with your consultant, and they would advise what was most suitable for you.
Sorry to bombard you there with the questions, some great questions there. Thank you very much. You know,
That's okay.
appreciate this is an important issue. Given the economic conditions. What we're trying to do is help you as much as possible. As Olivia said, there are various options. There are various multi-cycle options. There are various guarantee options. You can pay for it up front, or you can have a loan, or you can take it as an interest-free, pay over a 12-month period. So please, if we will put this webinar on the website. So if you've missed anything or need to refer back to it, then please do so. And if you've got any questions, then please don't hesitate to contact Access Fertility. The contact details are there. Or please then also come through to us at Bridge Clinic. You can either give us a call or you can email us at our inquiries email address, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible. Normally we respond within that day. So if you have any issues, then please do raise them, and we will then address them. And hopefully we'll be in a position then to offer you the package that you need in order to deliver what you want in terms of your fertility, your specific fertility treatment. Anything more from you, Olivia?
No, the only thing I was going to say is, as you've already said, but please do feel free to contact our team either by email or by phone. And I would absolutely say it's a no obligations call. You can speak to us, get more information, and then if you decide it's not the right option for you, that's absolutely fine. And I'd say the same with the application as well. You can call us, you can apply for the finance, apply for the refund program, and even if you're eligible, we won't push you to go ahead if you don't feel it's the right option for you. So basically give us a call and get more information if you'd like to. So let's see another question.
Yeah, I think another question. When would you know if you are accepted for finance?
So the best thing to do is to give us a call and start the application. We allow up to 2 weeks for that. So basically it's once you've submitted your information for our team to look through and do credit checks and things like that. And then they'd be able to get back to you and let you know if you would be able to do finance. But basically anyone can apply. It's just a case of getting in contact to start that process.
And I think one last thing is it'd be worthwhile you maybe just explaining about that you don't recommend clinics. So if someone came through, you know, a bridge clinic, we would then wanted finance, we would refer onto you. You know, if people do ask you, you're not in the field of recommending clinics, that, you know, you expect the patients to do that research themselves and then come to you just for the financing element.
Yeah, so if a patient calls us, we would always give them the options of the clinics closest to them. But yeah, you're exactly right. We are a completely neutral service, so we would always recommend in the patient's best interests. So give you the options to choose which clinic suits you the best. And there's a number of factors to consider with that. Cost is certainly one of them for a lot of people. I'd also say getting a feel for the clinic, and also you may want to look at things like success rates and things like that. And the HFEA is always a very good place to start with those kind of things.
That's great. I think that's the end of the questions. So thank you very much, Olivia. Thank you very much for that. You know,
thank you, James. Thank you, everyone.
Very interesting presentation. I think, as you know, the contact details are there, so you know, please feel free to reach out to either Access or to ourselves, and then we can discuss the options with you in person, and you know, tailor the right product according to your needs. And thank you for your time this evening. And as I said, please, you know, enjoy the rest of the evening, and I wish you a pleasant evening. Thanks very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.